Today we're going to cover our second movement series, which is focused on improving hip hinging. So we're going to really focus on finding length in the hamstring, activating appropriately through the pelvis, and then we'll put it all together and get a nice long stretch. Prior to doing this movement series, it would be really good if you were to foam roll your piriformis. You can find that video on the Haka website underneath the foam rolling. So in our first exercise, we're laying prone on the ground. And the first thing we want to do is figure out how to make that core activation. So Matthew's going to pull in from his belly and create space under here. So he's trying to find lots of space there. And then relax, and we're going to do it again. So you could do like 5 of these to just practice finding that space underneath of the belly. Good. Let's do one more. So up, and we've got space. Now, maintaining that space, he's going to let his legs float into the air. So the glutes don't actually harden or clench here, but we're trying to get the legs off the ground while maintaining space. Good. Relax. All right. We'll make space in the belly again and let the legs float. So you could do about 5 of those, and then we'll add to that by floating the arms. So trying to keep the space, trying to keep the leg float, and then if you can, trying to walk the arms up. So you can see it's a lot of work here. It's not a huge movement. Let's do it all again. So space in the belly, float the legs, float the arms, no clenching of the glutes, a neutral head so he's not looking up in front of him, and that's perfect. You would do 5 of these the total movement all together. All right, for our next exercise, we're going to flip and turn and put your feet this way down here, laying on your back so your feet can be up that way. You're going to need your head pad so your neck can be in a neutral position. So just rest your head there. We're going to take the right leg and bring it up towards the chest this way, and then the left leg collapses down here. The right arm will grab right on the inside of the thigh, and the left arm is going to reach down for this ankle. So you can see how there's a lot of space here. This is what we're working on, so it's a really big opener for the quadricep and hip flexor. So the first thing that Matthew's going to do is just kind of relax a little bit. Take a big inhale, pulling the air down into the belly, and then as he exhales, he's going to work to flatten out all around. So flattening all of this out. Get a nice big stretch down the whole quadricep. So then rotating back and inhaling, making a big exhale, finding that length there. Let's do one more. At home you would want to do about 5 of these per side. And exhale. Great. Perfect. So obviously you'd also want to do the other side when you are at home. So for the third movement in our movement series, we're going to stand up and use our band here. So you're going to take that band behind you and grabbing kind of close to the ends and extending out. So there should be a lot of tension on the band, and then the band behind your back provides a nice cue for you to keep your chest up and out. So keeping a neutral head, so not tipped up this way or drop down this way. Just going to hinge at the hip. So imagine that something is coming right here and just pressing back from this hip bone. Chest stays up, staying really neutral and flat, and then coming back to the top. So you're looking for a lot of pull in the hamstring of the standing leg. So let's see another one. A little more neutral with your head. Good. Coming up. A common mistake here is that the hip will fly up into the air this way. And so we want to try to avoid that and stay more neutral. All right, let's see another one. So if the movement is really good here, and this is really good. So here's another common mistake is that the leg is lower than the rest of the body. You want everything up, and this is really great form that Dennis has here. So he could even add a twist this way and lift your chest up and out. There you go. So you can get a lot more stretch that way. Back to the center and lift. So if you have the movement down, you can add that twist in there. So you would do like 5 of those on each side, and then the very last thing we're going to do is add a static stretch. So for that, you want something to support yourself. It can be any kind of a block or yoga blocks, a chair, and we'll go against the wall. So let's go ahead and put your hips back against the wall. All right, and we'll stack these up for you. You can put your hand on top of the yoga block and then inch your feet all the way back once you're there. So for that, a common mistake is that people are rounded out this way. So if this rounding is occurring, we can create just a little bend in the knees and then flatten out, lifting this tailbone. Good. Bend your knees even just a little bit more and then lift from here. Yeah, good. Let's see what's going on over here. So, yeah, there you go. And then flattening out. It's a great example here. So push your chest up and out. Good. And really lift your tailbone. That's it. Great. So you're trying to crawl up the wall. So I want you to push the tailbone back into the wall as your chest comes forward and through here. Yeah, that's good. So we could even, you can see there's even still some bending here. So Matthew could stand to have a little bit more lift. So we can do that like this. It's not going to be as stable now, so there we go. Good. Yeah, so you can see how much flatter that is. And now, keeping this flat, you can work, nope, bend them back again. Yep. So until we get more length in the hamstrings, this is a great position because of that rounding of the back. We don't want too much in the shoulders. Good. Perfect. Like that. You can hold that for anywhere from 30 seconds to 3 minutes as you build. All right. Thanks for joining us for the Movement 2 series. Thanks a lot.